Greetings and salutations, fine viewer. My name is Hamilberg, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I posted anything, and I'm going to do an arena run here, which is mostly as a method for testing the recording methods for Hearthstone, which I've been smitten with recently. I typically do arena runs mostly as my way to buy packs when I'm not doing massive lots of them, simply because I enjoy them, and I do well enough that I average better than getting 50 gold per run, so I get the packs for slightly cheaper. Anyway, straightforward. I've already opened this up, and we have the three classes to choose from. I believe that Priest's objectively the most powerful right now. I'm not actually a particularly gifted arena player. If you want that content, I would recommend Adwicta and Merps at the Grinning Goat. They are my personal favorite. So going straight in.
I won't let you down.
Well, that's deeply mediocre. That's a 5/5 for 5, which is not fantastic, but is fine. It's a little less than Pit Fighter. I'm not particularly taken by Imp Master. It does synergize with the hero power a little bit, but still, like, 1 power. Although it is a lot of value. Would play well with any sort of buffs, which I believe are a Priest feature. What I have heard about the Gadget Zion arena sort of content is that low drops are particularly important. Competing for the board is. So, I mean, this is really a 2-4 and a 1, or 1-5, 1-4 and a 1-1. This isn't going to compete fantastically. It's between these two for sure. I'm just not taken with this one in particular because the Inspired doesn't work well with the Priest hero power. Given the opportunity, Priest has really good 3s. Okay, we're gonna go with the upgraded repair pot. I'm not particularly valuing this battle cry at all, but if it comes up, hey, awesome. Bog Creeper is a very good card. Always has been, always will be. Shadow Word Pain removal is king. One of my issues with Arena and Hearthstone is that I attempt to try and play 2 games at once, and so I get the sort of rules for Magic and Hearthstone limited formats confused. Oh, we're not going to have sufficient death rattles to make that worth anything. It's a 2-1 versus a 1-2 with marginal upsides. I think we'll go with the Arcane Anomaly. There are good spells in Priests, particularly and especially at common rarities, so I think that this upside has some value, although we do against, Mage, Rogue, Druid. This is not where we necessarily want to be. Contest the board early. Solid card. Ooh. Oh. I don't like this card. People keep saying it's good for Priest, but a 4/6 for 5 is, 5/6 for 5 is the benchmark for a solid card. 3/5, what are the odds that we get value on this one? Not great. It's going to just suck healing. I think we're going to go with the Burgly Bully. I just don't... this is really a 3/5 unless fundamentally we have to think of it as a 3/5. It'll always damage itself at the start of the turn. And then in what world do we expect to be able to do something with it, have it survive, heal it again, and then have it still survive its own trigger? And that's just a lot that has to go right for it to get value. Although, I misspoke. 3/5, if I think of it as a 3/5, Spider Tank is the benchmark at 3/4. This is better than that. If it lasts another turn, awesome, but we're not expecting that, at which point it's a 3/3, which is not great, but is okay. We already have the 5 for the upgraded repair bot, and other than that, the curve is low. Yeah, okay, I've talked myself into a fellow Self Lead. These are all garbage. Don't like that. That's not where we want to be. I guess we go with Snapjaw. It'll hold a buff well. Tentacles is not a great card, but we do need our buffs of some format, because I think that's kind of Priest's shtick. Put it on here. We have a 4/13. That's a fantastically large minion. Sure. Definitely in for another 5/5 for 5. Soul Priest is a fantastic card. And we need 2-drops. 2-drops are really good. They just cement where you are on the board. The Windfury minion's never been particularly spectacular, so Farseer's fine. Thought Steal. I don't want another. I'm not excited about another Tentacles, so we'll go with a bad Arcane Intellect. Definitely think Raptor. It's a 2/1 versus a 2/3. We have no dragons so far, so I'm not seeing a lot of value there. Dancing Swords, just deeply mediocre. Yep, 2-drops. If we have the 2-drops and can get on the board, Shattered Sun Cleric's pretty solid. At 5/4 for 4, we have the Soul Priest at 4, which we're probably not going to... Ideally, we don't drop it on that point. But there's enough like mid-range 4s that we can pick up something. I like Museum Curator. Just the Discover feels like it's a really powerful mechanic in Arena, simply because you can... The rarity weighting is different, I believe, than it is in for normal offering. Piloted Shredder is an amazing card. Holy Nova is fine, but I believe Friendly Bartender is quite good. Simply another 2-drop. We initially took the... Yeah, so we did not take the Imp Master early on. Resurrect is going to get a 2-drop most of the time. We're not going to... It's not going to be like Constructed. Young Priestess I'm not excited about. The flat 2/1 is a little weak. Let's go with Master. Pit Fighter, great card. Shadow Word Death, amazing card. Removal is fantastic. We're never going to have any secrets. Wrong class for that. Leper Gnome is garbage. Mind Control, sure. I kind of want to just play with this. This is nice, big, beefy. It does, I think, work well with our hero power, since we can just invest mana into that rather than putting out more minions. But I want to play with this. Here's our 4 that we were talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 fine. Plays on 2. I believe the accepted wisdom is that you want kind of 6-ish. And Museum Curator is not bad either. So I think we can afford to take the 4 here, just looking at our curve. Yeah. Go with the Mono Berserker. It's a 2/3. That's fine. And we may or may not get value, but we're honestly not expecting to. The opposite, the other argument is for Ancient Shade, but it's not the kind of thing that I feel like Priest is supposed to be doing. That will go to Shadow Boxer. Yeah, Entomb, unconditional removal. It's a thing. Bog Creeper, yes please. And finishing up, I'm not excited about any of these, but yeah, it's an okay body on curve. We're missing a lot of the signature Priest cards, particularly from the most recent expansion with Cabal Talon Priest, and then Dark Cultist is the other one I consider as like kind of their signature defining cards. So sorry not to have those. We do have Pain and Death for removal. So yeah, let's see how this goes. If I get 3/3, I'm happy. I think that's where I would like to average. So yeah. And unfortunately, I'm not a genius at editing in order to make this segment go faster. So you people are going to be stuck with what this looks like for me live. Sorry.
Anduin versus Valera.
Watch your back.
2, 3, happy with that. 7 we obviously don't keep. That's an amazing 4 if we control the board. Sure. Ideally another 2. Oh, okay, so fine. Talk me into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go.
The light protects me.
And that's not what we wanted to see. If we drop the 1, it's just going to die. We can coin and drop the 2. The coin is an easy way to buff this, but we're not just going to buff it just for that sake. If we play the 2, then what are we playing the following turn? We can hit and heal. Not exciting. We just can't, but no, we need to be on the board.
It's time for a little blow.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
I consider it more or less obligatory to use the green emote. Yay, rogue. Okay, and we're not on the board, so this is not where we want to be. We can play the Arcane Anomaly just to have it eat the last charge of the weapon. That's not super exciting, so we're stuck with that. Inauspicious. I probably should not have kept this and should have mulliganed for another 2. So we've got a 3/5. They can kill it if they want, but it's at least going to eat some of their resources. We're behind. This isn't good. We already blew the coin to no particular value. Okay, we can at least... We can do 1, 3? Yeah. I think we're going to do 5 and then 6 in the coming turns. So our choices are 1, that, or just do this. It'll probably get eaten by the Dark Iron. Not exciting, but that does set us... I don't like being this far behind. Ship's Cannon will meet the same fate as Arcane Anomaly. Yeah. We'll at least get some cards to work with. Thought Steal is from their deck? Okay. Stampede Dakota, actually not bad.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
You're in trouble now.
We could play the Kodo here, but it doesn't actually do anything. This is going to eat one of those cards.
You call that?
So our Alchemized Soul Priest play is not going to work here. We are very far behind, and I don't know that this is gonna... We're just trading down on board. Okay, I think this is... We swing for the fences. I mean, they've got 10, 11 damage on board to our 18. Not good. They've got a full hand of cards. Great start.
Thank you.
Sure, that's okay with that arrangement. That is not bad. So we can trade off against one of these two. We'll trade there. It's higher power. We can silence this down to a 3/3. That leaves them with 7, 8 power on board. We can then either heal or drop the ship's cannon, just to put something else on board. Kodo is 2 or less. That's not going to help us here. So I think this is going to happen every single time. So let's do this, see what we get. It's cute. Not actually all that helpful.
I see gold in your future.
So I can either play for... I think I need to... We're going to do this. I don't think I can beat them having damage in hand regardless of whether I'm at 1 or 3. So...
My shield for Argus. Well played.
10. I would have been on 1, and that's not a board I can fight very well. Okay, auspicious start.
Anduin versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
The light shall
2, 3, 4. We've learned our lesson about that. We're definitely not keeping a 5, and we need to be on the board. Ideally, I guess we're going to be coin 2, 2, 3. This isn't shabby. See what they do on 1. If they have a 1-drop. And
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
as required. The hero power, this is fantastic. I don't expect it. Oh, okay. So we can coin Imp Master. Ooh, how do I feel about a Soul Feint? Contest the board nicely. Yes, we're definitely doing this. And then it's one of these two. This will put us with 4 power on board next turn. Or we have the Soul Fiend out. I think we're gonna go with that.
Power consumes me.
I'd like having slightly more power, and then this one also has the interplay depending upon what they play. We'll have the flexibility of using our hero power if we want to. Although on 3, that's not where we want to be. That's fine with me. Blade for no value. That's going to be a great play next turn. So he'll be able to use that to kill this. That means it's traded for... we can drop this out and just keep a little board presence. This will just die. Okay. Use our mana more efficiently. He has to take that. So he's going to swing here. We'll be left with these two. Happy?
Not on my watch.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Shredder's just so good. If we swing here, this will go to 3. Yeah, we'll trade. So he can kill that off with his Argent Protector, and then we can trade this in. We're a little bit at the mercy of whatever buffs Paladin runs, and there are quite a few available to them. That's intriguing. also a quite reasonable draw.
By the
1 damage to a
holy
random
light.
enemy. If that hits, I can use it to trade into whatever. I kind of like that play. I think I'm probably being suckered into some kind of fallacy here, but... Or the friendly bartender will trigger at the end of the turn, so not necessarily value. Okay, didn't take. So we can trade off. I want to have the board. He's just not played as many spells as we have this game. But I mean, we have a late game trump. We have one of our best cards in our hand coming exactly into the point where it's coming online. We may or may not get Shadow Boxer value, but actually we won't, because this would heal us, but won't because we're already at full. We'll find a way to kill that.
Reporting for duty.
So we could play the Alchemy, hit this, trade in 1 here, there. This will convert over into a 1/1. We still have the board. We get his threatening card off. Without the... I mean, we could go for the random on healing this, but it's not actually going to get us anything. I don't see how that's going to line up particularly well, whatever it randoms into. So yeah, we're going to Alchemy. And with the Alchemy now out, turning our healing off, we don't value the Shadow Boxer as much. The taunt here is more valuable. We will take that. So we have one of our best cards out, protected by a taunt against weapons. We're a little soft to the big plays, bog creepers and what have you. Concentration, pretty okay with that. I mean, our Alchemy survives.
Follow the rules.
1/2 trade. Leaves us on 5 mana, meaning we can play both our 2 drops. We can buff this, which is pretty scary, honestly. It puts it to a 3/9, which is stupidly large. Also, it's an extremely threatening minion in its own right. 3/9, we buff this, we have 2 mana left over for the ship's cannon. That seems alright to me.
Feel my pain.
So basically we traded the Power Word Tentacles for the Alder. That's okay, we can trade a Hero Power and the Pirate's Cannon into that. And I'm pretty comfortable with that arrangement. We'll see how much he heals for. Tough decision, apparently. For 10. Really? An Ethan? That's the only thing on 10 I can think of. I'm okay with that.
Nothing scares me. Except mice.
That's perfectly fine by me. So 2, 4, 2, yeah. I mean, we'll ping ourselves for 1, but I don't care about that. I'm all about just denying value.
Job's done.
Bad beer. So he's on 9. We got Death that can answer whatever he does. Excuse me, moving and dropping my mic. If he plays Death, if he plays something big, we've got Death for it. We can't hero power that. We can hero power here.
Feast of Wintervale, champion.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
Sure. Ooh. That's alright. This probably goes here. I feel like this is automatic great value. If we buff this, we can take out the fairy dragon, and then these two can team up and pick off that. It still won't die to that thing. Then we have our mind control online for anything big he plays. The only card he has is the 10 mana one he got off of...
Feel my pain.
The 10 mana one he got off of the Ivory Knight, so... we know it's a spell. And I don't know of any 10 mana one. I mean, I could probably go look it up, but... Yeah, sure, take the trade. Nice. I'm not necessarily excited about it into the active Alkani, but... So we can hero power, pick, and then develop a 5/5. I do not see a problem with this. We have a trump card for... infinite Alkani value. This one has done so much work for us. All the way back down to a 1/1. All the effects stacked on it, but still ticking.
Reporting for duty.
Sure. We got a 3/3 and a 2/3 now. So the hero power is not great here, but we'll just take trades, continue to control the board. We have two great answers in hand, so I feel good about this game. There's not many cards. I mean, even Deathwing. Okay, it's gonna cost us our Alkani eventually. Ooh, okay, yeah, I'm in. See what we got.
Drink the power.
Not interested in that right now. Nice card, but keep our board presence.
Feel my pain.
He can trade into the 3/1, but I don't see great options for him here. Not sure I agree with that, but fair.
Wow.
So we can pick that off, and then... Oh, he can be really cheeky. We're so far ahead. I mean, I can mind control the Murloc Knight. No, I think we save it. Like, it's our out to a bomb of some description.
Drink up.
So we'll keep this alive. Trade in the Raptor. Develop that. It's tempting. It's really tempting, but...
Don't worry, loves. The
Okay, there goes our Soul Priest.
Reporting for duty. Happy Feast of Wintervale, champion.
Pretty interesting. Do we like that here? We can trade in, heal, take the value there, leave him with the 1/1. We are higher life than he is, so that seems advantageous.
Are you afraid of the dark? By the holy light!
Wow.
I am freed from the curse.
Sure.
Reporting for duty.
We have
Well played.
lethal this turn. Yeah. Because we can 5, 4, 5.
Hit the lights.
Well played.
And there we go. 1-1. Auspicious start. Okay, there we go. I'm going to try to keep these episodes to around a half hour apiece, just for it makes a nice size for uploading. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me as we continue this draft.